Hello everybody, it's Proftrof. We're back again with another video. This is r/MorbidReality 6. It came out like yesterday, I think it was released, so let's go.
The internet is a vast place.
True, brother.
Nearly any question that comes to mind can be answered with a simple keystroke.
True.
Any curiosity can be quelled with a simple search term. And yet, when we hit enter and look upon the very answer we sought out to find, many of us experience a very peculiar kind of cognitive dissonance. The answer you sought out
Those
is
are big words.
grotesque and disturbing. And yet, you can't look away, and you don't know why. It's almost like coming to grips with our morbid reality is a task fit for no one.
Really?
Joseph Roy Menthe, born March 2nd, 1955.
That's a big boy.
Was a nobody. He was neglected as a child. His alcoholic father died in a car accident when he was 6, and his mother had neglected her other 6 children while she worked double shifts outside the home. His upbringing was very
listen.
poor. He
we can't really say she's neglecting, bro. If you're working double shifts, you don't have time to neglect children. And if she's gotta take care of 6 kids, I mean, listen, that's not an easy position to be into.
resented his family life. So much so, he would tell people that his mother was dead, and people in his life would be surprised when they would find out that wasn't true. Joe Menthe would join the army when he turned 18 in 1973.
Okay.
His mother said that he'd served in Germany, although he claimed that he'd served a tour in Vietnam where he developed an addiction to heroin. Though these claims are disputed and widely untrusted because it came from Joe Menthe's mouth, and he liked to embellish his own life because he felt so inadequate, which is easy to understand. Joe Menthe was 6'1" and overweight, and after leaving the army and getting tired of taking heroin, he developed a crack.
Do they allow you to be overweight in the army? I assume he was not like what do they call them in the U.S. Army, like Marine or something? I assume he was like an engineer or something like that.
Which he spent most of his money on.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, his drug addiction motivated him to murder his first victim, Kathy Magsner, in 1994. She was a prostitute, and Joe Menthe buried her body in a shallow grave on the site of the factory that he worked. The body remained there for more than 2 years. He later said that he strangled her and dug up her skeleton 6 months later, put her head in a box, and threw it in the trash. You see, Joe Menthe is responsible for 13 murders.
Jesus Christ, look at this fat fuck. Oh my god. Oh my god.
He was a prolific serial killer in Baltimore for many years, and he's infamous for the way that he disposed of his victims. Joe Menthe felt that he had to enact revenge against women. He viciously assaulted, murdered, and dismembered drug-addicted.
Is this the ultimate nice guy?
Prostitutes and homeless women, all because his wife left him. And after he would kill these innocent people, rather than bury or hide the victims somewhere secret, Joe Menthe chopped them up, mixed them with pork, and served them as burgers to unwitting customers from his roadside barbecue stand in Maryland. Over time, he would augment and improve this new method of disposing bodies. Instead of tossing them into the river, Menthe brought the bodies home. There, he dismembered them and stored the meatiest parts of them in his freezer, burying the unusable parts in a truck lot owned by a pallet company he worked for. And back home, after defrosting the parts, he mixed the prostitute's flesh with a mixture of beef and pork, forming it into nice little patties. On weekends, he would sell these little patties out of a small barbecue stand he opened at the side of the road.
Okay, I think that's enough, bro. I get it. I understand.
For weeks before his inevitable capture, unwitting passersby, truckers, and townies would all consume bits of human flesh. Joe Menthe probably thought this was a good idea because all of the evidence was literally being eaten by other people. But a lot of people feel differently. A lot of people think that this was a method of hiding corpses in the beginning, but then became something more perverse and terrible. He most likely got a kick out of watching people eat his victims. He would be caught in 1996 because a victim that he tried to kill escaped. He was found guilty of multiple counts of murder and sentenced to death, which was overturned in 2000 and changed to 2 life sentences. In 2017, he was found dead in his prison cell. During his trial, he offered a confession willingly. He was quoted saying, "The only thing I feel bad about any of this is that I didn't get to murder the 2 motherfuckers I was really after. And that was my ex-old lady and the bastard she got hooked up with. So the next time you're riding down the road and you happen to see an open pit beef stand that
Be
you've never
careful.
seen before, make sure you think about this story before you take a bite of that sandwich.
Jesus Christ. The only thing that I find unbelievable about is that this motherfucker would part away with food and not eat it himself. Jesus Christ. Why did they not,
Have you ever been close to a tornado? If not, this next story might give you an idea of just how powerful they are and how terrifying they are. On May 27th, 1997, in Gerald, Texas, a Category F4 tornado developed, and many people captured it on film. In the beginning of the storm, many people didn't treat the tornado with respect. It looked relatively weak and something that was going to disappear in a few hours.
But it didn't. Oh shit. So that's what a tornado looks like. But that's kind of fast, bro. That's kind of fast, bro. We're just chilling, filming a tornado. Is that what we're doing? We're just chilling and filming it, not running away, no panicking, no Damn. Do tornadoes always go one way? Like, is there no chance that this shit's just gonna go like whoop and take our cameraman? That dude tall as hell.
It's leaving now.
Yeah, it's leaving.
Is it gonna come back down though, or is it gonna stay up?
It's dissipating, it's going back up.
I was gonna wait though. I had a flat tire and I pulled over and damn tornado. Yeah.
Okay, let's hit some quick things real quick.
To the truck drivers and news crews over here and stuff.
You can interview you real quick?
Yeah, sure.
What'd you think of that thing?
I think it's a little bit wild, man. I think it looks like it's gonna come this way and it's turning the other way.
What were your feelings when you first saw it?
I was scared a little bit.
A little bit?
What it's gonna do. I seen the movie Twister. That's all I know.
Were you scared?
A little bit.
I guess when you first saw it, what did you do in terms of like, were you concerned for your safety?
I didn't even know. I was sitting in the truck driver because I had the U-Haul and they had got a flat tire and I pulled over and I seen all these trucks pulling over. I didn't know what was going on. I looked over to the left and I seen a tornado, man. I started tripping out. I just jumped out.
Ever seen a twister before?
No, never.
How'd they turn out?
You got some pictures? That wasn't as bad as the cannibal. Or was it?
Unfortunately, it grew. The tornado would go on to destroy 7.6 miles of the city and kill 27 people. One person who was fleeing from this tornado turned around and took a picture of it. He captured something quite eerie.
Motherfucker,
and this
keep
picture is
running.
the reason why this tornado is named the Dead Man Walking. The image is reminiscent of a chilling Native American myth about how such a sight meant imminent death. The tornado is seen walking, destroying everything in front and behind it for 7.6 miles. And each step this tornado is taking is potentially ending someone's life. This is Sir William Gull, born December 31st, 1816, and died January 29th, 1890. He was a prolific English physician, and he has made significant contributions to medical science. One contribution being the discovery.
Oh no. Well, that means he did some fucked up shit but recorded it for science.
And classification of anorexia. Sir William Gull would be the first to coin the term anorexia nervosa, and in 1868, he had delivered an address to the British Medical Association in Oxford, in which he referred to a particular form of disease occurring mostly in young women and characterized by extreme emaciation. Gull initially didn't know what the cause of the condition was, but he knew that cases seemed to be mainly occurring in young women between the ages of 16 and 23. In this address to the British Medical Association, he referred to the condition as apesia hysterica, but subsequently amended it to anorexia hysterica, then to anorexia nervosa. These two drawings are the
Wow.
first people to ever be diagnosed with anorexia. Sir William Gull
Damn.
liked to use images like this that depicted what anorexia looked like compared to a normal, healthy person. This image is known as Miss A. It was drawn in 1866, and the woman shown is 17
Miss
years
A.
old. The girl was greatly emaciated, having lost 33 pounds. Gull
Wait, that's
noted
her in
that
both
various
pictures?
remedies that he would come up with had zero
Oh,
noticeable
shit.
success. But he did observe an occasional voracious appetite for very brief periods, but states that these were very rare and exceptional. In the case of Miss A, he recorded that she was frequently restless and active, and notes that this was a striking expression of a nervous state, for it seemed hardly possible that a body so wasted could undergo the exercise
So
which
wasted.
seemed agreeable.
Jesus.
Sir William Gull would attempt to try to remedy this problem with various different methods,
Okay.
many of which failed, but laid the groundwork for doctors today to figure out successful treatment plans for anorexic
Wait.
people.
How do they treat anorexia?
At first glance, what do you think this is? Whatever this is important. It's in the middle of a completely blank room, and it has information printed on it. Maybe information about itself. At first glance, I didn't know what this was either, and
Book
like
of
you,
Names?
I would soon come to learn the truth. This is the Book of Names in Auschwitz. It
Oh.
holds every name of every known
Oh.
Holocaust victim. This image shows one name in particular, Erno Berger, and how it appears 31 times on this one page. The Book of Names serves only one
he
purpose,
G-
as an eternal record and
Is he 30 times better than Jesus?
memorial
Sorry.
of those murdered during the Holocaust.
Damn. Didn't know they kept records of.
This is the Lawson family, and in 1911, Charles Lawson married Fanny Manning, from whom they had 8 children. 1911, Charles Lawson married Fanny Manning.
Fanny Manny. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be fucking kidding. No way. Fanny Manny.
From whom they had 8 children. The third, William, was born in 1914 and died of an illness
Yo,
in
she's looking a little
1920.
scary.
In 1918, following the move of his younger brothers, Marion and Elijah,
Wait.
Lawson followed
This dude on the left, doesn't that look like the guy from Prison Break? The main character?
suit
A little
with his
bit.
family. The Lawsons worked as tenant tobacco farmers, saving enough money by 1927 to buy their own farm.
Wow.
Charles Lawson, pictured in the middle, thought it would be a nice treat to take his family to get their picture taken. And during this
Okay.
time, this was a significant luxury, especially for a working class family. So he encouraged his entire family to wear their best clothes. And exactly a week later, on December 25th, Lawson shot his daughters, Carrie and Maybelle. Before being murdered, they were setting out to see their uncle and aunt. He waited for them by the tobacco barn until they were
What?
in range and shot them with a 12-gauge shotgun, then ensured that they were dead by bludgeoning them. He placed the bodies in the tobacco barn. Afterwards, Lawson returned to the house and shot Fanny, who was on the porch. As soon as the gun was fired, Mary, who was inside, screamed, while the 2 small boys, James and Raymond, attempted to find a hiding place. Lawson shot Marie, and then found and killed the 2 boys.
Jesus.
Lastly, he killed the baby, Mary Lou. It was thought that she was bludgeoned to death. After the murders, he went to the nearby
What the
woods
fuck?
several hours later and shot himself. The only survivor was his eldest son, 16-year-old Arthur. His life was spared because he was running an errand just before his father committed the crime.
What?
The bodies of the family members were found with their arms crossed and rocks under their heads. The gunshot signaling Lawson's own suicide was heard by many people who already had learned of the murders on the property and
Jesus
gathered there.
Christ.
A police officer who was with Arthur ran down to discover Lawson's body along with letters to his parents. There was evidence of him walking into a forest and pacing around a tree before taking his life. To this day, there is no known motive for why Charles Lawson murdered his entire family.
Really? Oh god, can you imagine the poor guy, the last son, knowing that this shit that your father. Oh my god, that would be fucking awful.
This is Rosario Shelfo.
That was
She's
dark.
23 years old. She's married to Ross Shelfo, 26, and is a mother. After
Okay.
giving birth to her baby, she almost immediately told everyone that something was wrong with it. She would tell any nurse or anyone who was willing to hear that there was something wrong with the baby. Supporting this claim was Dr. Roy Hopper, who testified that Rosarie called several times a day to report that she was afraid something was wrong with the baby. She continued to tell more and more people that something was deeply wrong with her child, and on March 8th, 1953, she carefully bathed her 2-week-old baby, laid him face down on the cutting board, and hacked off his head with a butcher knife. She then told her husband, "I don't know why I did it. I just did it." Rosario was quickly convicted.
Bro, what the fuck? I was not prepared for this video. I gotta be honest. Last one was not this bad. We got people breaking kneecaps. I mean, here we got everybody murdering their whole family. Just like that. I just killed my baby. Why'd you kill the baby? I don't know. It was looking weird. One of the eyes was bigger than the other one. I gotta kill the baby. Listen, babies are weird. That's how they go. Their skulls go. What the fuck is wrong with this bitch?
Of
Jesus
murder,
Christ.
but was found innocent by reason of insanity and committed to the state hospital in Camarillo, California.
Excuse
by
me, what?
reason of insanity. Rosario was quickly convicted of murder, but was found innocent by reason of insanity and committed to the state hospital in Camarillo,
Nah, the only insane one was the fucking judge. What?
California. After her sentencing, people simply stopped talking about her. Her image was in newspapers during the entire duration of her trial. People knew of her name. People knew what she did. But I think a lot of people just wanted to forget.
What?
A lot of people just wanted to move on.
Nah.
Who wants to continue to think about a tragedy like this?
I don't know.
And to this day-
What about if she gets another baby? She's like, oh shit, your kid looking a little weird. Why not just chop it off? Huh?
Hey, really, no one knows why she did it. Some think
But she's
she
still
doesn't
out
know
there?
why she did it. It really begs the question how ill this woman was to be motivated to kill her newborn child with a 9-inch butcher's knife.
That's the end of the story? No. Hey, listen. What about the husband? He do nothing? Hey, listen. If I'm your husband, you are my wife. We have a baby. You chop the baby. I'm chopping you. I mean, listen. It just gotta happen. Fuck me.
What do you see in this photo?
Poop.
Do you see someone taking a break? Do you see someone exhausted?
He pooping?
Do you see someone at the end of the rope? Because that's exactly what's being depicted. This photo was taken by a paramedic in 2015 outside of
paramedic?
a Southern California hospital. It depicts an ER doctor who stepped outside to cry after losing a 19-year-old patient. Minutes later, the doctor walked back in with his head held high, ready to continue working.
That's it? Fuck.
Hello, everyone. I hope you enjoyed.
Shit. Bro, ER doctors, they're some wild individuals. They not proud. They see the worst out there. They see some crazy shit on a daily basis and they keep doing it. Hats off to y'all. I'm not wearing a hat, so I can't really take it off for you. But, you know, figuratively speaking, I'm taking my hat off to you. Anyway, that was pretty bad. That was a fuck. This was awful. What do you guys think? Fuck me. This is pretty fucking dark. Anyway, if you want to see more of these Reddit, I promise you, we've not seen too many dark ones. This is like the second morbid reality we've seen. If you want to see more, check out the playlist right here. Quick thank you to the YouTube members and Patreons. Thank you all for the support, and have a nice day, everybody. Bye bye.